Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we are playing round 2 of the Simulator Golf Tour event. This is round 2. If you want to see round 1, you can go find that on my channel's page, where you can watch that. If you don't care about spoilers, and why would you? This is just some random guy's YouTube channel, not a Marvel movie. Watch that first. But if you're here just for some golf and some entertainment, we finished first round at 5 over par. Since I play on a 7 handicapped for this tournament, on the net scoreboard that puts me at -2. So pretty happy with my first round, made a few mistakes, but looking to change that here in round number 2. My goal here is to finish this tournament under par on the net scoreboard. So as long as I don't go too far over par on this, I'll be happy. My stretch goal is to finish this at -9 and win the tournament. But the way I've been playing lately, I don't know if that's going to happen. But anyway, hit my first shot on this par 4 a little bit to the right. Got 115 yards in. This is usually a 50 degree for me. 50 degree, once I'm warmed up, we'll go about 115, 120. And wouldn't you know it, I hit this 114 right on the nose. I am just outside of gimme range. I'm looking to start off with a birdie here. And I nail it. 1 under after 1 hole. I should quit now and go home and enjoy it. Unfortunately, there's still 17 holes to play. I push this drive to the right. I end up in the deep stuff. Thick rough. Got 145 yards in. I believe I'm hitting a 7-iron here. Just to try to get it close. Hitting from the deep rough, at least on a simulator, it can be difficult. And I hit a halfway decent shot. Ended up just rolling a bit to the left here. Hanging up on the fringe. I'm trying to hit a nice pitch shot, but I push it way to the right. Luckily, it doesn't go too far past the pin, and I have a very makeable par putt here. Only about 8 feet. And I lip it. Burn an edge, and we're right back to even par after 2 holes. 3 is a nice 160-yard par 3. 8-iron all day for me. I love these shots. I like hitting them. If I see a distance from 160 to 165, I'm usually pretty confident. 8-iron's a club I have a lot of confidence in. Unfortunately, I hit this green a little bit to the left, and I rolled down a pretty decent-sized hill here, which is going to leave me with a bit of a challenge, 40 feet uphill, to try to make birdie. I don't make the birdie, but I get pretty close and walk away with a par. So after 3 holes, even par, I'm happy with that. 560-yard par 5. I am looking to make up a stroke here. But that's not going to happen with a drive like this. I push it way to the right, right under a tree. At this point, I'm just going to try and chip out and put this back on the fairway. Fortunately, I must have hit this a bit too high or didn't pull it far enough to the left, and I end up right back in the trees. So much for losing or gaining back a stroke on this hole. Now I'm hitting my 4th shot, and I'm still 330 yards away, and I'm still in the rough. So, looking to try to save bogey here. Hit a decent shot, put it back in the fairway, but, I need to hold this out for par, and that is very unlikely. 128 is a comfortable yardage for me, pitch and wedge, and I hit it pretty well. I actually tried to put a little bit of a fade on this on purpose, and I actually successfully hit the shot I wanted to hit. Unfortunately, I catch yet another hill and roll off the back of the green. So, touch too long there, and I should have been more prepared there. And I pushed my chip shot to the right. Now I'm looking at this putt just to save double bogey, breaking left to right, uphill, and just like that, we are 3 over par. After 4 holes. So, at this point, I'm just trying to put my head down, keep focused, put the triple bogey behind me. Nothing I can do to change it. The only thing I can do is move forward. Put my drive in the 1 bunker I was trying to avoid. And 91 yards. Again, hit my 50 degree, put it on the green. At least I have a putt at birdie here. It's a pretty straightforward putt too. Fortunately, I hit it just a tad short, and now I have about a 6-foot putt for par. which I make. Tease me for a second. This is also the last round, at least on a simulator. I'm using my old putter. You can see that putter has a pretty long shaft on it. The new one I got is a PXG 0211. So far, it's a little bit shorter, it's a little bit lighter, but I seem to be rolling the ball a bit better. So, happy with the switch. You know, not a knock on my current putter. I did like it, but the way my game's been going, I think my new putter is better suited for it. So here on the 6th hole, put my tee shot right. My second shot, I had to pitch out a little bit. Looking to get up and down here for par. Or sorry, for birdie. It's a par 5. Really want to make this shot, get a stroke back, and I do. So 2 over now after 6 holes. I'm back on track. I'm feeling good. Hit a little bit of a low stinger. I believe I hit my hybrid here. But it's just short par 4, 136. This was a bit of a mental mistake. I should have aimed much further left with my wedge here, my pitch and wedge. Instead, I aimed straight, knowing I was on a downhill lie, and pushed it way to the right. Luckily, I get up and down there, and I save the par. Moving on to hole 8, 2 over par. Again, that 166 number that I feel real good about. And I hit this shot, pin tucked into the left. I go a little bit left, and I thought I'd be just off the green, a little bit short. Ended up hopping over and running to about 40 feet past the pin. So now I'm left with a difficult downhill breaking putt, and just get outside the gimme circle. Really want to save par here and tap this in, and I do. So again, 8 holes, 2 over. I'm happy. If it wasn't for that one bad hole where I got a triple bogey, I'd be doing really, really good right now. So next shot here, hit an iron. You know, get it just about 200. Leave myself 220 in. Again, this was a bit tricky because I was afraid if I went too long, I'd be in that water if I hit either a 3-wood or a driver and didn't get all of it. So I played it safe, but I kind of messed up the next shot, pulling it way too far left. I hit a halfway decent third shot, but comes out just short of the gimme circle, and now I have to putt to earn my par, and I do it. So again, putter's okay with me. Again, last round using this putter. So far, pretty happy with it. But there's a big difference between being in a simulator and an actual golf course when it comes to putting. So, front 9, 2 over, starting off the back 9. Got a lot of confidence going into this. Hit my driver, 272, down the right-hand side, leaving me with my favorite number, 166. Hit a relatively straight shot here with my 8-iron, but hit a bit too well, and it goes past the green. However, I finally catch a break from a hill and roll it right next to the gimme circle. It wouldn't get inside, but you know, after 2 shots rolling off a green, I was happy to have one roll on it. And wouldn't you know, after 10 holes, back to 1 over. I'm doing great right now. Got all this confidence. Take a big swing with my driver here, 151 ball speed. Not the hardest I've hit a golf ball, but definitely took a good swing on it, and resulted with putting it, I think this is technically just off the fairway, but leaving me with a sand wedge in on the green, right outside the gimme circle, with the ability to make the putt, and I do. So I'm going to pause here. I just came back from being 3 over and a triple bogey to get back to even par. 12 holes, and I hit a terrible drive. I pop it up, I push it to the right, got 216, I'm in the deep rough. Not only that, I happen to hit it out of bounds. So now I got to tee off again, hitting 3 off the tee. Hit a halfway decent drive right here. Didn't go very far, but put it in play. My focus now is make bogey, take your medicine, you know, just get this up and down, try and make a bogey, at worst walk away with a double, because you put that ball out of bounds. So got a chip in here for bogey, and I hit it a bit too strong and go right by the green. I noticed that it was going uphill, so that's why I hit it a little bit strong on purpose. Thought that hill would bring it down a little bit more than it did. But now I got a putt for a double bogey, and it libs out. So after taking 8 holes here, or 6 holes here, to recover from a triple bogey and get back to even par, I have yet another blow-up hole that puts me right back to a +3. I don't know if you can hear me say that, but I actually aimed right here because the wind was blowing to the left. But it's not blowing hard enough to save me from that errant drive. Leave me in the deep rough, which I put my next shot right in the sand. Now, typically sand shots on the simulator I have been doing well with. But this one I got a little bit too much of, ended up flying over the green. But nevertheless, I do at least have a outside chance at par here. But hit it too strong. As soon as I hit it, I knew I hit it way too hard. And now I really need to hit this putt and save bogey and minimize the damage. So I took a little extra time, took a couple practice swings, but ended up with a double bogey. And 2 holes ago, I was flying high at even par. Now I'm back to 5 over par. And the confidence is a little bit shot here. But we got a 189-yard par 3. And I put it on the green about 18 feet away. Got a birdie chance here. Get back to 4 over. Just nice little tap, but it broke just a little bit to the right, a little bit more than I thought. Good pace, good speed. But still a par. So I'm not going to complain about those. And ultimately I'm +5. I finished the first round +5. If I can finish this round +5, I'm still happy. So trying to shoot even par the last 3 holes. Got a 600-yard par 5 here. I hit a pretty good drive, only 250, and pushed it a little bit right. But I know I'm not going to get to the green 350 yards away. So I just try to hit my hybrid and get me to about 110, 115. And I do that. So I got 115 in here. So I'm going to take my 50 degree. Again, I want to hit a great shot and put this right next to the pin and give myself a great look at birdie. I was hoping to get it inside the gimme circle, but I'm very happy with that shot. I got to look at birdie here. Putt isn't really breaking much, but I crush it. And again, I just hit it way too hard. And got lucky there that I hit the hole and it slowed it down. And I walked away with par. So 430-yard par 4. There's a little bit of deep rough ahead of the fairway, so I end up hitting a hybrid. But I put my hybrid to the left and hit it in the deep rough anyway. So I'm a bit disappointed in myself. So now I think I take a 6-iron here, and I'm just trying to get this back into the fairway. Leave myself maybe, I was actually shooting for 90 or 100 yards, but hit it a little bit better than I thought, I guess, and ended up going to 75, which is a bit of a heavy shot for me. And as you can see here, every once in a while this happens. Doesn't happen often, but you hit a great shot, but for whatever reason, you get a misread on the sensor. That ball clearly went up in the air, but for some reason the sensor thought it topped it, and it's annoying, but at this point, I'm not breaking any course record here, so I thought I hit a good putt there for bogey, just missed, ended up going way past the hole, and I need this just to save double bogey, and it lips out, so another triple bogey. That brings me to +8. Part of that was I was aggravated of the miss hit that cost me a stroke. Instead of just moving past it, I rushed and just tried to finish the hole, and it really just shot myself in the foot there. So, the hardest thing to work on is your mental game, and for me anyway. But that's why I got a simulator, so I can practice all aspects of the game, including the mental aspect. But hit a good part here on the par 3, and get inside the gimme circle. So I'm +8 heading into 18. I really want a birdie here. If I shoot +7, that gets me at even par when you factor in my handicap on the net leaderboard. That means I finish this round at -2. But absolutely no worse than a bogey. That's what I'm thinking about right now. I really want to finish this tournament under par on the net leaderboard. So I hit a good drive there on this par 5, leaving me 200 yards in. And I flew the green. Part of me was going to go down to a 6-iron there, but I really didn't want to be short, even though I had plenty of green to work with. So, but still, I'm chipping, and that's a very makeable birdie putt. And I'm thinking, get this get back to +7, and I just miss it. It's disappointing. But anyway, finish up the tournament 8 over par. Finish up the round 8 over par. Finish up the tournament 13 over par on the gross leaderboard. I think I finished in 43rd or 41st place. But on the net leaderboard, I finished at -1. Top 5 finish on the net leaderboard with this tournament. So again, happy with my result, happy with the way I'm improving. Still a lot left to work on. So thanks everyone, have a great rest of your day. If you enjoyed this, like the video and subscribe. Thank you.